Goats in a bad way draft. And people have clamored for the trivia question, so we have one. 2 players are tied for the NFL lead with 11 interceptions. Name one.
11 interceptions.
Thrown, not actually.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm trying. I mean, Mahomes is close. I think because we're doing goats in a bad way. I think I wrote the name down. Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold.
Yes, play the horns.
Yes.
The horns.
Yes.
There it is. There are the horns.
Boom.
It's Darnold, and it's Mahomes. Mahomes has 10.
Joe Burrow
has 11.
I was going to say, I thought Mahomes
Sam
had
Darnold.
10, and I was like, wait, did he throw an interception last week? I couldn't remember. That's Joe Burrow. It's kind of, you don't expect to hear his name in that convo. Man, there's
all right. First pick.
There's
there's a lot of goats
in a bad way here with this one. I'll just stick with him. Just lead it off. I'll stick with the trivia answer. Sam Darnold. Yeah. I mean, it's been bad. It's been horrible. I don't know what else to say. It's 3 interceptions. One was a great one by Jamie Collins where he just jumped up out of the mosh pit of the defensive line and made the great play. But this has been, 4 or 5 weeks in a row now. The game's 14-6. You're driving. You're in field goal territory. You got a good defense. Just errant throw, bad decision. I still can't figure out who he was trying to throw to on the J.C. Jackson 88-yard interception return for a TD that closed the deal. So Sam Darnold, I got to go with him because he's just shown nothing that's going to show signs that it's going to spark or come to life there. And I think that's what's concerning.
And he said after the game, I'm still the starting quarterback. Well, definitely not after this season, and maybe not for the rest of the season at some point if they decide to just go with P.J. Walker. Aaron Rodgers is my first pick. For all the reasons we've discussed, creating a major distraction for his team, not being available for his team. And, on one hand, he proves how valuable he is, but at the end of the day, if they don't win the 1 seed, how do you vote for him for MVP after all of this stuff, especially if they don't win the 1 seed because of a game that he missed? And I wrote about this, and of course, people get triggered now because it becomes a red state, blue state thing, but I don't like the idea of him doing his 45-minute diatribe 2 days before the Packers are playing the Chiefs. That creates a distraction for the team. It's just that they had to deal with all this crap that was created by Aaron Rodgers all week long. So for all those reasons, he's my first pick.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, you're right. It's bad on the whole organization. And it put Jordan Love in a tough spot. It doesn't make that look good. It all looked bad. And, poor Matt LaFleur again. I'd like everybody, can we inject him a little higher in, the odds as far as being coach of the year? How many years does he have to be good and put fires out, manage a football team, and answer questions the right way before we start to give the damn guy respect? I wish that would happen. I think I'm going to go with Matthew Stafford, I think, for the next one. Matthew Stafford, the 2 interceptions, of course, horrible in the football game. Hey, the big question of the game was, can the Titans' offense work without Derrick Henry? And this is where I'm shocked by McVay and Stafford a little bit with the shotgun, come out, throw the ball every play approach a little bit, in the fact that, we didn't even get to see if Tennessee can really move the ball on the offensive side of the ball because the Rams just handed the game to them early on and said, hey, don't worry, you don't got Derrick Henry. We don't even need to find out what you guys save it for next week. I think that's the shocking thing to me. And, of course, both interceptions were horrible. One was Carson Wentz-ish. I don't know if he watched film in the week before and was like, wait, I can do something dumber than Carson Wentz. Watch this. I'm going to do a 360 and then throw an interception. But that and Kevin Byard certainly hurt them.
And you got to give the Titans credit. For 2 straight weeks,
I do.
They
yes.
put a quarterback in a spot where
no doubt
he did something ridiculously stupid in the end zone because he was
I'm not trying. You're
in
right.
that moment.
You're right.
But you're right. Stafford deserves it. All right, I'm going Tony Corrente. I was going to wait.
I was
going to
wait
you
too.
Wouldn't.
I know.
Yeah, good. But it's got to be. It's got to be. The inexcusable calls between the low block that wasn't outside the tight end box and wasn't even a block, and the taunting and the hip check. Tony. Sorry, Tony. They're supposed to be seen and not heard and not talked about, but Coreni is going to be talked about, I think, all day long. Let's take a break. Round 3 of the Goats in a Bad Way draft when PFT Live continues right after this. All right, 2 rounds in, 1 round to go. Goats in a Bad Way, Week 9. Christopher, you are up.
Well, I certainly could take Josh Allen. Tyrod Taylor would be in the conversation. I think I'm going to go with Derek Carr on this one, though. Getting upset by the New York Giants on the road. And Derek Carr, obviously been the MVP of that football team this year. He's done a lot of good things. But the 2 turnovers, the 2 interceptions specifically, I'm not going to blame the strip sack fumble at the end of the game totally on him. That's tough. That's going to happen. But the pick 6 to start the second half, hey, it's a Giants offense that we know is not hitting on all cylinders. And then, of course, the pick in the fourth quarter when they were kind of driving, he tries to throw a ball down the right sideline, and Xavier McKinney gets the second interception. Those were big parts of the football game. Certainly helped the Giants to win the game and put them up by 7, that last interception. So he handed them 10 points there in the second half.
It's funny. I was watching the game along with all the others thinking, maybe I was wrong about Derek Carr. I kind of like what he's doing. I like where he's going. Maybe he is better than I thought he was, and then he threw the pick 6. Right after that thought went through my brain. So that thought will never return to my brain. I got to go your boy Blue. I know you didn't want to do it. I got to go Josh Allen. He knows it.
No doubt.
6 points against the Jaguars.
Right.
6 points, and we saw the regression back to 2018 Josh Allen. Now, maybe Brian Daboll should be the GOAT. Maybe Sean McDermott should be the GOAT. I don't know. Maybe some of the guys on offense, but he's the guy, and
no doubt.
It didn't work. They went from being so dominant early in the season. Once they lost to the Titans, they kind of lost and they still scored 31 points in that game.
I know,
but they kind of lost their edge a little bit.
Definitely did. It's something I've talked about on my podcast. I don't know how many times I've said it to you, Mike, though. Even when they were scoring points, I never felt like the offense was functioning at a high level. There's a lot of short fields created by the defense. It hasn't been the same look as last year. And, he did regress in that game. But it's too Josh Allen-centric on that football team. He can't be the leading rusher and try to do everything on offense every play. That's where I feel it's tough on him. But, man, those were some bad turnovers. They should have won that game like 12-9 or 15-9.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.